Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back into a Fortnite video, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys the best exponential settings to use as of right now. So if you guys are looking for some new exponential settings to help you build faster and to aim a lot quicker, definitely stay to the end of the video because these settings are the very best to use if you are playing on exponential. And real quick, before we get into the video, up on the screen I have the V-Buck giveaway winner of this week. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday, so if you guys would like to participate in the next giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on the video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Hit the notification bell, and as well leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamertag, PSN gamertag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered. If you guys would like to support them in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in my creator code, which is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And lastly, I'm super excited to announce my new merch. You guys can find it in the link in the description or the pinned comment if you guys are interested. Definitely get a long sleeve t-shirt or a hoodie if you guys like it. And with that being said, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best exponential settings to use right now. This is going to help you build faster and aim much better. So you definitely want to give these exponential settings a try if you guys are looking for some new exponentials to try out in your games. So going into controller options, the sensitivities that I have and that I highly recommend for you guys use is a 1.6 building with a 1.6 editing. My horizontal speed for my look sensitivity is going to be a 52%. And my vertical speed is going to be a 54%. Now, having a higher vertical speed on exponential specifically, it's just kind of meta. Most pro players end up doing this, and they do tend to play a little bit higher on the horizontal and vertical speed, which I do really like for exponential because you already have that slowdown that's going to help you make those small analog stick adjustments. So playing on a little bit higher of a sensitivity on exponential specifically is not a bad option, and you're going to be able to aim a little bit quicker. You're going to be way faster on your flick shots, and same thing is true when it comes to building, editing, and also resetting your edits. So these sensitivities are very great for a lot of reasons, and like I said, it's a little bit different when it comes to linear as exponential. On exponential, I think you can go a little bit higher just because you have that extra slowdown just based on how the analog sticks feel when you are playing on exponential as opposed to linear. So you do have a lot of advantages, and that's why most players who play a lot of competitive and arena play on exponential, because it is just way better at range, and you have a lot more options, and you can tend to play on a little bit higher of a sensitivity than you would be if you were playing on linear, because if you want to hit shots on linear, I think that playing on a little bit lower of a sensitivity is going to be your best option, and there's not really that much to it. So as you can see, you're still able to build really quickly and also edit quickly when you are on these sensitivity settings, even though 1.6 seems a little bit low, but because your horizontal and vertical speed is a 52 and a 54%, it's going to be really quick and it's going to feel fast. So I don't think you really need to go any faster than what you're seeing here as far as your building and editing speed. If you like a little bit faster, I guess you can, but if you think it's too fast, you can move it down just a little bit. So when it comes to building and editing, it really just depends on what you feel comfortable with and what sensitivity works the best for you. But I think a 1.6 is a really great starting block. It feels fast, it feels quick, but it doesn't feel overbearing by any means. So I highly recommend to give it a try. So going into the other settings that I have for my aim down sights and also my look damping time. So scrolling down here, I play on a 14% and a 14% with my look damping time on a 0.07. I like look damping time a lot because it really helps out when it comes to those longer range shots. I think it's more important on linear than exponential. You might even do away with not having this setting on at all, but it really just is a personal preference for look damping time. Some people really like it, some people don't. I think it's a great setting to have, and I use it personally, but I think it's just you need a little bit higher on linear as opposed to exponential, so I'm only on a 0.07. And then the 14% is a good middle ground sensitivity for aiming down sights. It's not too fast, but it's not too slow, so I think it's a really good medium sensitivity. Of course, if you like the slower aim down sight sensitivity because you think you hit long range shots better on like an 11 or maybe even a 12, I think that's great as well. But if you think you're better on like a 16 or 17%, you can definitely use that at the same time. So I think that's personal preference, but I like 14% to start out on. So if you don't know exactly which aim down sight sensitivity you want, I recommend starting at 14 and then maybe just moving slightly up and slightly down depending on in your games. If you feel like in long ranges, if you can't hit your shots, I recommend lowering it. But in your games, if you feel like you're at mid-range and you're just not able to catch up with the other player, then you might raise your aim down sight sensitivity up a couple of points. So like I said, recommend trying out the 14 and then play a couple games, see if you need to raise it or lower it by 1 or 2 points, depending on if you're able to track the other players correctly or not. And that's really the best way to find the sensitivity that works best for you, is to start with the good sensitivities as I show in this video, and then just kind of make the couple adjustments that you need if you feel like it's just slightly too fast in this area or slightly too slow in the other area. And then you can make the slight adjustments to it and find the best sensitivity that works for you. So when it comes to the last sensitivity, so my dead zones, it really just comes down to your controller and what works best. So mine is a 13% and 11%. Ideally, you want to play on the lowest dead zones you can, but some controllers that are a little bit older are going to have a lot of stick drift. So that's always the rule of thumb, is go as low as you can on your dead zones, because it's going to make your controller feel really responsive. It's going to feel really snappy. So that's why you want to play on low dead zones. It makes everything feel a lot quicker. It almost feels like there's less input delay. So the lower dead zones you can get them, the better. And then the full controller setting, I like to have it off. It's just way better. I feel like it adds input delay, so you don't want to have that setting on at all. So these are going to be all the sensitivity settings I have for Exponential. I highly recommend giving these a try. I think they're really great. And of course, when it comes to finding the sensitivity that works for you, just make the small adjustments that you find necessary. So if you need to slightly raise or lower your building sensitivity, your aim down sights, or just your horizontal and vertical, you can do so. I always recommend, when I ever change my settings, I only change it by like 1 or 2 points. You never want to make any drastic changes, because then you're just never going to be hitting shots for the next couple of days. So when I am trying to find the right sensitivity, I typically move my sensitivity up or down 1 or 2 points, 3 points at most. You never want to change it too much, because then it's really hard to get used to the sensitivity, and sometimes you kind of just overdo it, and then it's way too fast, and then you kind of struggle to find the right sense. So pick a sensitivity and then just raise or lower it by 1 or 2 points in either direction. Play a couple games, see if you like it, and then continue on to the process until you find the one that works for you. So with that being said, I really appreciate you guys watching the video. If you guys could, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Hit the notification bell so you guys get notified for each and every new upload. And when I go live on this channel, I do play solos quite often. So definitely hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss out. But with that being said, I really appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.